This had a great game, highly illustrative of why I'm playing a certain card in this deck, so I thought it'd be a good one to run through. My opponent is Sephiroth 86, and he has the play. He's using Grand Arbiter Augustin IV, and I have to mulligan. So I keep this hand here, and we're off, and I'm just going to go through it somewhat quickly. So early game, he plays some junky exalted guy, which makes me question what's going on over there. He plays Silver Chase Fox, and it looks like he's got a weird, I don't know what he's doing with his deck. So he gets down with Grand Arbiter, ignoring the shackles, I guess, presuming that I won't draw an island, and as it turns out I don't. So play Bloom Tender and say go. He steals it with Corrupted Conscience. So this looks pretty bad. But I take my Bloom Tender back, pass the turn, and he Vow of Duty's Grand Arbiter, plays a Jalen Sphinx, smashes me for 5 points of damage. So end of turn I Mystical Tutor 4, snap. So I draw a snap and slow him down a bit with his development. Get down with Edric so that my Bloom Tender's on board, and then play my sword, pass for the turn. And he hits me for some meaningless damage. So on my turn, I draw Rift. Now I had been planning to transmute Muddle to get Rift, but I just drew it. So now, although I was leaving mana up to cast Muddle in a couple of points, so now I figure, like, okay, well then I will equip the sword on the bird and I'll start hitting him for cards. And then right after I look really carefully at that Jalen Sphinx, it's got flying. Should have known it is a Sphinx, so I just moved the sword over to Edric. I can still Muddle here, so I just say go. Opponent hits me for some damage with his flyer, but doesn't get in on the ground thanks to the big Edric. And I am able to play Archdruid, still holding up a Muddle, and actually hit him with the sword, thanks to Edric becoming 5/5 off the Druid, which untaps my lands. Very nice, and I draw an Elder, also nice. So in the turn, I just go ahead and trump here, and well, not chump, but throw the Elder secure in front of the Arbiter, and then fetch out the island I need to take his commander. And I think, seeing what's about to happen, he goes for Hour of Reckoning to kill everything and reset the board, and the Muddle that I've been saving comes out. So I can't untap the Vedalken Shackles because I need the mana for Bloom Tender. So this turn I make this play. I Rift, and then get in for 3 cards and untap my lands and take one of his previous permanents with his sword. Drawing these 3 cards here, nothing too fantastic. And since I know none of the cards are Wrath, pretty much the only way he's in this game is if he top decks one. So I figure with this right here, if he does top deck one, I can at least replay Arbor on the Crucible there, put a sword on it, and have the Shackles ready to go. But if he doesn't, then I'm in a great spot. And it looks like he doesn't, so he steals the Edric, plays Arbiter. Unfortunately for him, that's just simply not going to work out at all. Now I can untap Shackles thanks to Conscience being on a different creature. And look at this top deck Snapcaster. You'd think I might Snapcaster the Rift, but I have a better play here. First I take his guy to make my spells cheaper, and his costs more. Now he can't, like, Mana Leak or something. Although I think we know what the last card in his hand is. It's that stupid Sphinx. So Snapcaster gets Snap, as it so often does in these games for some reason. I snap Edric back to my hand, which dispels the Corrupting Conscience, and then allows me to Play my Edric with sword on a bird to ensure that I'm going to get to untap my lands and swing in with him, and this. I don't really want to swing in with the Arbor here. And then after thinking about it, I decided I'm not going to swing in the Bloom Tender. I'm going to just draw 3 here, and then that way if I draw a counter, I can counter. If I draw something else, I can play whatever it is that I draw. So, this Bloom Tender now taps for, 3 mana. So untap all my lands, draw Witness, Ranger, Priest. And of course the sword took the last card out of his hand. And this turn I'm able to witness up a Muddle, which is about to go get a Winter Orb. So Muddle is doing super duty this game. And that's it. Opponent concedes. A lot of... this deck definitely is a control deck, and as you can see, as so frequently happens at the end of a game, when you are playing a control deck, it has a board position that's just unbeatable. So, here's the deck list that I've got now, if you haven't seen it. It's got Arrayo in it. It has Virtual Rangers. I don't have Chrome or Mox Diamond at the moment. Still kicking those two around. Kicking around this Virtual Ranger. I've been assured that this is quite powerful, although in my deck I only have 4 non-mana producing elves. Every other elf already produces mana. So really, the main allure of this is that Edric's an elf, so he turns Edric into a mana source. But otherwise, for the most part, what is he going to do? I'm not going to tap a Llanowar and a Finhorn to get a blue, unless I just desperately need blue, right? The only elves I have are Deranged Hermit, Imperious Perfect, who wants to be tapping for other reasons. Sylvan Ranger, that's a good one. Hive Master's a good one. Quirion Ranger's a good one. So really, Quirion, Hive Master, Sylvan, these are the 3 early elves, plus himself, plus Edric. So it's 5, I guess. The Deranged Hermit. So, not too many, but maybe enough to make him better than, Mox, one of the Moxes. I hope you enjoyed watching the game, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.